in today's world, everyone is a photographer. From smartphones and weddings to selfies at events, capturing moments has become part of everyday life. But beyond getting the perfect shot lies an important question. Are we doing it the right way? Today we explore photography protocols, the often overlooked rules of etiquette, legality, and communication when taking photos. With Miss Nancy, a style and etiquette coach, and Kwesi Asante Ejapong, a professional photographer and CEO of King Kweku Nancy Photography, we unpack the unspoken rules, when it's appropriate to take photos, how to position yourself respectfully, and how body language and non-verbal cues can make or break a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to dive deep into this conversation, of course, with Miss Nancy, like I mentioned, and Kweku of King Kweku Nancy Photography. Welcome, lady and gentlemen, to the afternoon show.
Thank you very much.
Anita. We had a good weekend, didn't we?
Wonderful. Very eventful one.
Very good one.
Yeah.
Were you at any wedding?
Yes, eventful because we had a wedding over the weekend in Samum. So it was a long drive, but it was quite good. Yes. We shared a few pictures with the bride and groom, as we normally do after a wedding, and the response was very, very good.
I guess it's been quite busy.
Very busy.
All right.
Busy.
Miss Nancy,
Yeah, blessed.
you said very, very good weekend.
Of course, Regina Van Helvet, our own, she got married.
Congratulations, Regina.
It was a beautiful marriage and we're loving on her. Even though I had a family emergency and I couldn't be there present, I was part of the every moment, so it was a wonderful weekend for me.
All because of photos and the
videos. Of course.
Exactly. That ties us into this particular conversation. Kweko, let me start off with you. What distinguishes, a professional photographer and then a casual one? What are the differences?
Okay, for me, I would say your approach. Your approach in terms of how you carry yourself. Because before somebody would want to book you, first of all, they will have seen your work. And also probably they might have experienced you. And those are the two things for me that I feel like are the major things. So how you carry yourself, how you speak to a client. Because for me, over the years, one thing that has brought us more clients in our company is how we approach our clients, how we carry ourselves. I would say how you dress is very, very important. Because there's always been a divide from back then, 10 years ago to now, when they call somebody a photographer or photo was uncle. The way they dressed and those vests. But now when you see photographers, the way they dress and carry themselves is very different. So the approach and how you carry yourself goes a long way for somebody to actually call you a professional. Because, for instance, if I'm looking like this and somebody's wearing a T-shirt and tattered, ripped trousers and their trout pants are sagging, who would you want to come take a photo of you? So I always say, even though you might be good if you wear that, appearance matters a lot. So your work might be good, but you also have to carry yourself in such a way. And apart from you looking good, you also how to talk, to communicate with clients. That's one thing that I've had to learn over the years. When you want to pose like ladies, you have to ask them permission. Can I adjust your outfit? Can I do this? Because you are in their personal space. Not everybody is comfortable with you touching them. Because the things that we see that you're not seeing. So you have to always learn how to communicate better so that you don't come across as if you are somebody call you unprofessional. Yeah, so those are the two things I feel like we should concentrate on. Yeah.
But for you, from a photographer's point of view, how do you expect your clients to conduct themselves? Then I'll come to Miss Nancy's take on it as an etiquette coach. From a photographer's point, how do you expect your clients to conduct themselves? Whether it's an outdoor shoot, a studio shoot, a wedding, whatever. What are the basics of what you expect?
Well, to me, I'll say come prepared for if you're booking, for instance, for us, if you're booking us, apart from weddings, we also do portraits. So if you reach out and you want to book a session, I feel like there's certain things you should know or ask your photographer. If you don't, I would ask you. So when you reach out, for instance, if you walk in or you contact us on social media and say you want us to, or you want a photo shoot, I'll ask you, what is the shoot about? What are you wearing? What are you looking for at the end of the day? I ask you those questions and the color of your outfit, stuff like that, to help me serve you better. So you also have to, if I ask you and you say, oh, you don't know the outfit, how do I better serve you? So because if you come and your expectations are not met, you say that you blame me for the pictures not going well. So I feel like even though as professionals we ask the right question, you also have to, there are certain things you have to know or ask or find out, or you can even ask your photographer, is there anything else I should have asked you so that I'll better prepare myself to come for the photo shoot? Yes, also like the makeup, the hair, all those things, you have to at least ask your photographer, this is what I'm doing, will this work, should we go outdoors, what kind of lighting? So I feel like these things, when you know them, it would help you achieve what you're looking for. Yeah.
Now let's go to Miss Nancy, the etiquette coach herself, and find out, Miss Nancy, How are we supposed to conduct ourselves during a photo shoot? The non-verbal cues, the verbal ones. Please run us through the right way.
Oh, if you want a photo shoot, of course, you call a professional to get it done for you. But before you get a photographer, you will get a style or a fashion coach to advise you on what to wear for what. Style you appropriately for your age, for the occasion, and for the purpose of the photography. And so if you are doing photography that is corporate photography, it is different. Outfits are different. If you're doing something for your birthday, it's equally different. But on my birthdays, I try to mix them. I try to get portraits for my artworks and work. I get, fancy ones for my glam, and then other exciting ones. But whatever it is that you are taking, the pictures, you should understand who you are and what you want to communicate. And with that, you work together. Your photographer is not a stylist. He's not a style coach. Do not go to him asking for certain things. Get a professional to advise you. Get somebody to make your outfits beautiful, and then you deal with all of those. So there is the part where the photographer does the work, helps you. You have put yourself together. He can help you adjust and all of that. That is his work. But how to look good, it's work that your stylist has to do, and you cannot leave it with a photographer.
Yeah, that's true.
Miss Nancy, how do our photos or our pictures depict our persona? Especially the ones we are posting on social media.
It's amazing. At a glance, when somebody opens your page, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, that's the professional platform, they are able to tell who you are and what you do and the value they should place on you. It is said that you dress as you want to be addressed. And so if you're a top corporate woman and on your social media, we see you only in skimpy little things, always at home, relaxing, there is nothing corporate, pictures or images or videos to that effect. You are telling the world how you want them to perceive you and how seriously you take yourself. And so pictures on your social media, especially your DP, your DP, whether your display pictures, whether it's on Instagram, WhatsApp, whatever, social media you are on, your DP says a lot. I remember a gentleman was so kind to me on my last birthday. He asked me if he could send me something for a cake. I offered him my Momo number. He sent it out of the blue, someone I do not know. And so I took his number back, and I had to text him a thank you note, and I did it on WhatsApp. And when I went on WhatsApp, he was wearing a singlet with a gold necklace like the gentleman has on him, standing, and took a full picture of himself and posted it on his DP. And immediately I knew he's not the kind of person I would want to know further. And so when we were chatting, I was like, is that you on your DP? He says, yes. And I'm like, oh, wow. You're not very...
that wow is not...
No positive wow.
I was like, oh, wow. And was like, you don't like the picture? I said, how could I say I do not like the picture? Of course, it is your picture. And then he changed it and came back to ask me, do you prefer this more? And I said, this looks a little more put together. It's not every day that you would encounter a Miss Nancy to tell you that a CEO, a top person is trying to reach you. These days we communicate, formally on WhatsApp. I remember once I had my legs, my $1 million legs in my high heels on my DP. And my dad called me and was like, if you're on a phone, I'm like, Papa Pacho, I also you not seen free phone, so okay, I'm crying a friend one now. Now what's a cry? And typical Ashanti dad, he was offended that when he was looking at my DP, he did not see my face, but he saw my feet. Means when himself flexing with my lovely legs and beautiful shoes. So these things says a lot about us, whether you like it or yes. So as you're watching this content, go on your Facebook,
change your DP.
Instagram, check your DP and see what image am I projecting to the world? Who am I telling the world I am? How seriously do I want them to take me?
Absolutely. And let me come to you. As photographers, how are you able to channel a person's persona through your images? Be it a professional shoot or a casual shoot or anything you're doing for the individual?
I think Nancy rightfully said it. Before you engage in any kind of photo shoot, you have to again know yourself, what you're going to use the pictures for. So if you're a CEO, if it's for your birthday, whatever you're going to use the pictures for, you have to know what it is for. Then when you reach out, like if, for instance, again, like when I'm asking the questions, I would ask what outfit you're wearing. Some people would say, oh, I have a stylist, this is the outfit I'm using. Okay, then you get to know if it's for their birthday. So you have to know exactly what you're going to use the pictures for. That would advise you onto the kind of outfits that would help you project what you're looking for. So I think that's the main thing. And for us, when you come and then you want, for instance, you're celebrating, let's say, your 40th or your 50th, you're trying to project maturity, you're trying to project growth, experience, you know, and all of that. So we have to be able to use my experience to be able to, and with what you have, to be able to project that. If you're a young person, you probably are celebrating your birthday, 20th, 25th birthday, it's going to be maybe vibrant, colorful, playful. That is where we come in and then make sure that whatever you bring, we're able to translate that into what you are looking for. So I think for us, that's how I would go about it. Yeah.
Now, let me come back to you, Ms. Nancy. The poses and the kind of pictures we take for whether it's a formal setting or an informal setting. How are we supposed to pose in some of our photos, especially when we want to use it for, let's say, professional purposes? Because you can go on someone's LinkedIn and the person has such a beautiful professional profile, but the pictures are not really looking the part. And certain platforms, you realize that the ones you're supposed to post on LinkedIn is rather on, let's say, Snapchat or on TikTok or something. How do we manage it in terms of our poses and the platforms we're even posting them on?
So know where you are placing what. And whilst you're watching us today, please go on. If your picture is 4 years old, 5 years old, 2 years old, change it. Because, I mean, we grow every day. New things come. And so when there is an old picture there, people would think that you're not active on the platform. So you need to make sure that you change it. And then coming back to what you were asking, you need to be very intentional about your image. We are projecting an image verbally by the things we say and with our presence, videos, pictures. And so we would want to be mindful of what we're telling people who we are. It's just about who you are, the beauty, your sophistication. I've seen a lot of ladies go on social media. There was this photo shoot that did trend. I don't know if you did one. The loose, oversized white shirts.
Okay.
Oversized white shirt, male white shirt with no shoes and did you see that trend? Oversized white shirt. I don't know if it's for their fathers or their brothers or their beloveds. They just wear it. And I realized that a lot of women took these pictures and they posted it on social media. Now, if you're a young lady and you're single and searching, some oversized white shirt, you are, with that pose, you are telling us that there is a man in your life whose shirt you borrowed. And you probably may have gone to buy it and you saw people do it and you thought you should do it too. Recently, my dear friend Kojo Sobo had his birthday and he had this photo shoot and he sat and he was almost loose. Like, the picture was beautiful, a very antique, sophisticated background, but his legs were open. And Kojo is a very serious guy. And for me, that picture wanted to communicate that yes, I work hard, but every now and then I take a break and I relax. And I've seen women do same. Top executives, they have photo shoots and they sit as ladies. Instead of crossing their legs, they sit and they open their legs. What are you trying to communicate? A married woman, a mature woman, a top executive, you have a picture on social media that your legs are spread wide. What idea does that give you? And all of these times, the photographers are there, and sometimes that's what they want, so they would not advise you. But mind you, Anita, in communication, how we communicate, it's 7% verbal.
Miss Nancy, is that the one on the screen?
Oh, yes, that's oversized. Our producers are awesome. So looking at this picture, Sunset's way, why in the mouth? Oliver, that's a Godway. And you want people
has a lot of that.
And you want people to think that you are a single woman with no money in your life. But the shit you are wearing belongs to a man, if you get what I mean. So these are things that people should be very aware of. Sitting and opening up your legs, it's not polished, it's not comported, it doesn't make you look well put together. I was talking about communication. In communication, 7% verbal. In communication, You communicate effectively with your voice, just 7%. 55% of your communication is non-verbal. It's by the things, the actions, facial expression, body language, and poise, which we use in our photography. So whenever you have a pose, yes, I want to look like this. You want to squat? I was almost tempted to. I forgot that we're live on TV. I almost got up and opened up. You want to squat and open your legs? What am I? A 40-something-year-old, TV person, top executive, style and etiquette consultant. The pose I am giving, what image is it sending out there? And I get to do this with my photography. So everything you are putting out there, be it pictures or videos, is communicating how you want us to take you. And so when I go on your page, I'll see a fashionista over there, I'll see an MC over there, I will see a TV host over there. Who are you? What do you project? Make sure that you're communicating very effectively in every pose. And if you have pictures that your tongue is out,
you know that Gen Zs do that as well. I'm like,
their tongues are out and all manner of things projecting promiscuity. And so we need to be aware of these things, Sandmore.
We definitely need to be aware of these things. And as you're watching, our WhatsApp number is very active. It's on the screen. So for those of you planning to do a photo shoot, or you're already checking your socials and wondering, hey, this thing Miss Nancy is talking about, I'm on this table. What Kweku is talking about, I'm on this table. Let's do better. And then send all your questions as well to us, and your comments. We'd definitely love to read it. But another important aspect of this photography conversation is permission. Especially at an event. Sometimes after a wedding or any social event, you come back and then a photographer will send you pictures, unaware pictures. You have no idea you were being photographed. Is it always necessary as a photographer to ask for permission? I also want Ms. Nancy's take on it from the etiquette aspect as well. For you, Kweku, do you ask every single person permission before you take a photo? I mean, in a social space, do you do that? Or sometimes you feel like, this person looks really nice, so you just take it and then later slide into the DM and then share them?
So from experience, when I started out photography way back then, you shoot everything. I started doing portraits even before I created this brand, and we started doing weddings. When you're shooting portraits, you go for an event and you're being contacted to shoot, let's say, people having fun. You can't just go and be asking. Some people will give you a consent, and sometimes you lose the essence of that moment that a person was probably just sitting quietly, onlooking, maybe smiling, having a conversation. Immediately you prompt the person, you lose that, and you have to recreate that. It doesn't look natural anymore. So you have to find a way to blend that. So for typically for a wedding that we shoot, so there's something called candid photos, and there's something called pose photos. Like for instance, the way you are sitting down like this, I can ask you, can I take a picture of you? Then some people say yes. Some people say no. So then you've lost the opportunity to take that picture of that person. But if you've been contacted to shoot, let's say, even if it's not a wedding, because usually if it's a wedding, guests then know that you're the professional shooting their wedding. So they give you, they know that you are shooting for the couple, so they allow you. But if it's let's say, a corporate event and they don't know who you are, and you've been contacted by the company and you're shooting, let's say, the guests at the event, they want that also for their website, for let's say their anniversary, next time when they want to post. So you and your team have to make sure that you capture candid shots and also posed ones. Posed ones could be if people walking in. You can't tell them, I like the way you're walking, so go back and come and walk again, and that's professional. So you can capture, those are candid shots. They're walking in, you're capturing, and maybe if 2 or 3 people are sitting and they are drinking, you can ask, can I take a picture of you? Can you guys come together? That's a pose shot. So you have to have a blend of both. So, in my opinion and professional advice, you have to know, and then these things come with you having done this for some time, and also gaining experience, learning on the job and also off the job, doing research, asking, and you may make mistakes, because over the years we've made some mistakes. Somebody will reach out to you and say, hey, I saw that you shot this picture, please. Yes, people reach out to you. So again, being a professional, you would apologize. I apologize.
And you take the pictures off?
I'll take it, because I've been asked these questions sometimes that, so there's this argument that has been going on for years that when you take a picture, is it for you, the photographer? The answer is yes. But my thing is, we are working with people. No people understand that the picture you're taking is for you. They only own the rights to use the image.
So you take pictures of me?
Yeah, they're not yours.
Pictures are yours, they are not mine.
No.
Even though
it's
my
image
that
we paid for.
I paid for
it's not yours.
What conversation? Wait. What? I've paid for your services and all of that.
And we need a lawyer to
I mentioned legalities earlier. I think we need
yes, I think these are some of the things where we are, again, as a that's where I think we use that word professional loosely. If you call yourself a professional, like you just, there's certain things you should know. So when somebody comes to you and say, I want you to style me, you say, please, before I do this, you need this, this, and this, and that. If you can't work with this, I can't work with you, because you're attaching your brand to this project. So as a professional photographer, there's certain things you have to know, the legal aspects of things. So when I started out, I didn't used to do contracts until, in church, I used to shoot some of my people in church, and then I had an issue. And from there, I was like, no more. So every couple that we shoot for weddings, I'll send you a contract. Some people don't read. Yeah. They don't read. Some people don't read. Some people too do. And then they'll come back and say, oh, I'm not comfortable with this. Can you take this? Can we adjust? And we do that, because after the fact, anything can happen. Someone will come and say, oh, what is this? How come this happened? My pictures have delayed. And I'll say, please refer to the contract. Your pictures will be given to you on this date. Then, oh, okay. It saves you from all of these things that happen, because we are dealing with people. So I always advise people that photographers, have a contract, share with your couples, have them go to contract that it shouldn't be complex. Something simple that, oh, when we shoot, you get the pictures this date. When we come, you can feed us. When there's little things that you can put in there, or you can even have somebody who's a professional or a lawyer go through and help you, because we've shot couples who are lawyers, who are doctors, who know what's up. So they can come to you. I've had couples who come back, and before they actually paid the deposits, it took like 2 weeks. We adjusted the contract and to suit them before we went ahead. If it is not comfortable with you, we won't go ahead and then shoot. So you have to know some of these things. And then, so I think you asked a question about if it's happened to me before. So we shot, I think, we shot a couple and we posted the pictures, because it's in our contract that when we shoot, we'll post the pictures on our platforms.
What if the couple doesn't want that?
So back then, it was an issue for me, and we would be furious about it. If we don't post, how do people, because you saw our pictures on social media, you liked and you booked us, but why are you acting? Then again, I sat back and said, okay, not everybody wants their images on social media. And, you know, there's this thing in Ghana, they're the rich people, and then there are people who can afford, like, let's say, they're low income, and they're very expensive clients. Are you looking to serve both, or just a certain clientele? If you want to serve both, you have to be able to adjust with every client. So there are some clients who will pay you for just like 3 hours of a shoot, and they'll pay you, let's say, 10,000 cedis. And the client says, don't post. Would you want that money, or a client who will pay you 1,000 cedis and say, post my pictures?
I want the 10,000, please.
Exactly. So that also comes with experience, and also knowing your craft, and then gaining experience and learning. So when you want to gain such clientele, most of those high clients, they don't want their pictures all over. It's for them. They've paid you for the pictures. Give it to them. So we had a couple who wanted to book and said no, and that's why I had to sit down and adjust our contract and say, okay, if you don't want your pictures, it's fine. We'll give you the pictures. Just pay us. Okay. So you have to come to a point to understand that what you are doing is not for you, it's for the client. So anything that you do that the clients will be happy with, and again, we also want repeated clients who also come back. Yeah. So for instance, we are wedding photographers. If you get married and we come shoot your wedding for instance, Miss Na, you might have your first year anniversary and you want pictures. You might have a baby, maternity shoot, continuous. So imagine that you've paid, let's say, 20,000 for your wedding, and we say, oh, we'll post, don't post, and then we go ahead and post, and the client says, oh, I don't work with this person again. Imagine Miss Na's family network of people that we've lost. Yeah. That's a big deal for me, for our company. It might not matter to you, but it matters to me. Because you don't know where you meet, and then you don't know where the rooms that people will be speaking about your brand and your company. That's one thing that Shashi said, communication is 7%, and the 50% or 56%. 55% non-verbal. Okay. So you have to pay attention to that side. Yeah.
Okay. So I want Ms. Andy to touch on group photos, etiquette for group photos, so that we can wrap up. We'll have to cross over for the accountability series as well, right? Here.
So you don't get into people's spaces with your phones, like Ghana. That should stop. We have official, professional photographers for all events. Don't go in with your phone taking certain images. When they are done with these work, they send both pictures and videos
Yeah.
to the clients.
Yeah.
They agree on which ones they want to use.
Yeah.
There are days that you don't have your best side.
Yeah.
Moments are happening. You could be in a terrible mood. Somebody will make you angry, and you will capture and you put it on social media. That is not love. That is hating on your friend.
Yeah.
And sometimes drastic things, unfortunate things even happen at events. Somebody will fall, the ring will fall, something unfortunate, and people are already there. So if you're a fine lady and a gentleman, be at the event, be present. You are there to witness the occasion. While you're recording it, they have people that are going to get these things done for you. So let's allow the professionals to do the work.
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Nancy and Kweku, Ejepon of Kweku and Nancy, King Kweku and Nancy Photography.
Yes.
You can check him out on social media. You will love his pictures. You love his work.
You
Of
very
course,
much.
Miss Nancy is MS and
Nancy_SC.
Okay, all right. So check out Miss Nancy as well. You know, every time she joins us, she gives us some good nuggets right here. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining
Thank
us on
you.
the afternoon show.